Today's top stories: mourning a mentor, justice in the courtroom, and growing concerns over privacy in the digital age, all impacting communities right here in Tennessee.
We will have all that and more on this episode of APSU TV News.
Welcome back to your APSU TV News. I'm Caleb Scott.
And I'm Brianna Franklin.
Austin Peay State University is remembering the life and legacy of Dr. Solly Fott, a longtime professor who helped build the foundation of the university's creative arts programs. Dr. Fott passed away April 6 at his home in Clarksville. He served for decades at APSU, including 20 years as a chair of the music department. Dr. Fott played a major role in establishing the Center of Excellence for the Creative Arts. He also helped expand music education, develop new programs, and supported students pursuing careers in the arts. Colleagues say he was known not only for his leadership, but also for his passion for teaching and his personal connections with students. Many credit him with mentoring them through their education and helping shape their futures. His legacy continues through the programs he helped build and the students he inspired.
Clarksville fire crews responded to a tanker fire on Craft Street earlier this week. On Tuesday, Clarksville Now reports crews were dispatched around noon to a construction site on Craft Street. When firefighters arrived, a tanker truck was fully engulfed in flames, prompting additional units to respond nearby. Residents may have heard two loud booms. Officials say those were two tires popping due to the fire. The heat involved a 2,000-gallon tanker filled with tack oil. Crews were able to get the fire under control within about 30 minutes and use foam to fully extinguish it. No injuries were reported. Craft Street was temporarily closed but has since reopened.
Years after his death, the digital footprint of Jason Steen's crime reporting pages is still affecting people across the region. Steen operated social media accounts that posted arrest records and mugshots, often charging fees to remove them. Many people say they paid money in hopes of having their information taken down, only for the contact to remain or resurface later. Now, with no active management since Steen's passing, many of those posts remain online and continue to circulate. Victims, minors, and even people who were never convicted say the content still impacts their daily lives, including job opportunities and personal relationships. The situation is raising broader questions about online privacy, digital permanence, and whether there should be stronger regulations on the publication of arrest records in the digital age.
The family of one of the two Clarksville students killed in a deadly school bus crash has now filed a lawsuit. WKRN-TV reports that the crash happened last Friday in Carroll County as Kenwood Middle School students were heading to a field trip. 8th graders Zoe Davis and Ariana Pearson were killed when the school bus was involved in a three-vehicle crash with an SUV and an AT-Dot dump truck. Officials say there are about 25 students and 5 adults on board. The lawsuit filed by Zoe Davis' family claims the bus driver crossed the double yellow line and hit the dump truck head-on. Also, it alleges the driver was neglected, fatigued, and distracted. The suit further claims the school system failed to properly train and evaluate the driver. The family is asking for a jury trial and seeking damages, saying the lawsuit is about finding answers and preventing future tragedies. Attorneys say no amount of money can replace their daughter, but hope this case will bring accountability.
A man has been convicted of first-degree murder in a deadly love triangle that happened 5 years ago. Clarksville Now reports the victim, Trasman Campbell, was found dead inside his girlfriend's home on Eagleview Drive in March of 2021. Investigators used DNA evidence, cell phone data, and other materials to link 44-year-old John Edward Beam to the crime. Authorities also say there were no signs of forced entry, suggesting Beam used a key to enter the home. Prosecutors argued that Beam targeted Campbell due to a prior relationship with a woman connected to the case. Testimony from investigators and forensic experts who helped piece together the timeline of events were featured in the trial. The jury returned a guilty verdict after just 2 hours of deliberation. Bean now faces a life sentence after his conviction.
Authorities are investigating an apartment accidental death at a construction site in East Nashville. Metro Nashville police say the incident happened just before 10 a.m. on Wednesday on Ambrose Avenue. Nashville fire crews pronounced 42-year-old Stephen Matson dead at the scene after finding no pulse. A pre-investigation shows another worker was using a forklift to move lumber up a hill when the machine suddenly lost power. Officials say the worker tried to brake, but the forklift rolled downhill, pinning Matson between the forklift and an excavator. The Tennessee Occupational Safety and Health Administration is now investigating the incident. No further details have been released at this time.
A Tennessee lawmaker hopes to get President Trump removed from office using the 25th Amendment. The Tennessean reports Democratic Congressman Steve Cohen says Trump's statements on social media about wiping out Iran's civilization went too far. The discussion highlights the difference between impeachment and removal under the 25th Amendment, which allows a president to be removed from office if they are unable to perform their duties. The comments have sparked debate over how and when such constitutional processes should be used. Supporters say the conversation is important for understanding government accountability, while critics argue it may be politically motivated. The issue continues to draw national attention as questions about executive power and limits of authority remain at the forefront of political discussions. We will be back with the Political Corner right after this short break.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. As veterans, we can tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. But you've never been interested in easy. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Welcome back to the Political Corner. I'm Jasmine Logan. As a fragile ceasefire takes hold in the Iran conflict, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly is speaking out, questioning the Trump administration's strategy and warning that escalating rhetoric could put both troops and international relationships at risk. CNN's Kaleb Butter has more.
This conflict has not solved any problems. In some regards, it's just made things worse.
As the war in Iran nears 6 weeks and a 2-week ceasefire deal begins, Senator Mark Kelly says he has concerns with the way the war has been handled by the Trump administration.
The president got into this with no strategic goal, with no plan, with no timeline, with no exit strategy.
And while he's been critical for some time, Kelly says President Trump's recent threats to target Iranian power plants and civilian infrastructure if the country did not reopen the Strait of Hormuz is the most concerning. In a Truth Social post Wednesday, Trump said, quote, "A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again."
And this kind of language makes it very challenging for members of the military.
Kelly says this threatening rhetoric is what he was referring to when telling military members they could refuse illegal orders in a social media video he made in November alongside 5 other Democratic lawmakers. Still, he says that doesn't mean he's putting it on members of the military to react in a certain way.
This is really like on Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump to understand at this point the laws of armed conflict. The rule of law. We're a country of laws. They need to abide by them.
And with the news of a 2-week ceasefire deal, Kelly says there is some relief.
It's better than where we were yesterday at this time.
While he doesn't know if the ceasefire deal will last or end the war, Kelly says because Trump didn't talk to U.S. allies before getting into the conflict, there will be a lot of work to do once the war is over.
Our strength, really, as a country is that we have friends, or we had, and those relationships, they've been damaged.
As the U.S. navigates its role in the Iran war, that pressure is spilling over into America's relationship with NATO. The Associated Press says NATO is facing renewed tension with President Donald Trump, especially over the Iran conflict, which NATO is not involved in and was never consulted on. Trump has accused allies of being, quote, cowards, and claims they ignored his call for help after Iran shut down the Strait of Hormuz. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has praised Trump for pushing allies to boost defense spending, but continues to stress that NATO will not join the war. The Associated Press says Rutte is working to keep the alliance unified, even as Trump signals growing frustration. Questions about use of force are also front and center, this time involving immigration enforcement. In Arizona, new video shows an ICE agent pepper spraying a community observer in a Tucson parking lot. It is the latest in a series of incidents this year where ICE operations have turned violent, including multiple shootings in public spaces. Jacqueline Aguilar has the story.
The man recording, Stephen Davis, says he arrived to Walgreens Monday morning to observe what was happening after hearing reports of about 4 to 5 ICE cars in the parking lot.
Eventually, the ICE agents came out and they walked back to their vehicle and they began interacting with the bystanders there.
According to Davis, more ICE agents showed up during this time and says that's when things escalated.
I had my camera up to my face and was trying to record ICE agents' interactions with bystanders.
He says he followed instructions to keep his distance while filming.
A couple of times, agents told me to step back, and I stepped back out of their way.
Davis notes shortly after 10 a.m., he greeted and began recording a plainclothed masked agent as he was getting out of his car and noticed the agent carrying pepper spray.
He came by me once, and he looked like he was going to spray me. I said, I have a legal right to observe and record. And he went by me, and then he came by a second time. Just as he was walking past me, he held up the pepper spray gun and just gave me a blast point blank in the face.
He says he never expected this outcome.
I couldn't say anything. I collapsed. I just fell in the middle of the parking lot, and I was completely stunned. I've never experienced that level of pain in my life.
South Tucson police showed up to Walgreens as this was unfolding due to a separate call and stayed while some people received medical attention. The commander confirms they were not assisting ICE or any operation. I reached out to South Tucson Mayor Roxana Valenzuela for a comment, and she stated in part, ICE and their violent tactics are not welcomed in South Tucson. Our police chief was on the scene to keep the peace and provide medical assistance. What happened to that observer is unacceptable. Despite what happened, Davis says he will continue his work with the rapid response team.
That's all for the Political Corner. Stay tuned for the weather.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Yeah! Sam, Elmo!
Oh, hey, Julia! Are you ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
You know, with graduation being less than 28 days, I'm really glad that the weather is no longer cold and it's slowly shifting into warmer weather.
Yes, I am really excited because we're both taking our grad photos today, and the weather is going to be perfect.
Yeah.
But now let's get into it. It's the forecast. But thank you all for sticking with us today. My name is Malachi Gibbs. I'm going to give you the local and national weather forecast today. As you can see, the forecast is in the south, it's going to be sitting at the low 70s, and then in the Midwest, it's going to be sitting at the 53, and then in Denver, it's going to be sitting at 68, and Los Angeles is sitting at 71, and also New York sitting at 62. And as we're going to be making our way to class today, it's going to be fairly warm. It's going to be sitting at 79 with the wind moving into the south at 11 miles per hour. So I say wear some shorts, wear a little shirt, you'll be okay. As we move into the night, it's going to be dropping down to 52 degrees, and the wind is going to be dropping down to 3 miles per hour. And then also, you know, I'll advise you all to just enjoy the warm weather because there's going to be a lot this coming up week. And then as you know, you can see these next couple of days, the forecast is going to be in the high 70s, and Sunday and Monday is going to be in the mid 80s, and then Tuesday is going to be in the mid 80s as well. And then that's all for the weather today. Stick with us for this after this short break. We're going to throw it to sports.
The black truck. Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving. I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Having you. Incredible women. I wish they had those kind of cool careers for women when we were growing up.
So in this flashback, we're all the same age?
Yeah.
What does everyone want to be when they grow up?
If I say 2 jobs, do I get extra credit?
No.
I want to make immersive video games. I want to revolutionize 3D printing. I want to analyze data from the cloud.
I want to be a meteor.
You mean meteorologist?
No.
That's great, Al. Follow your dreams.
For the record, I was a baby in the 70s.
Hey Govs fans, welcome back to your sports update. I'm Braylon Ryan giving you your latest in sports. A busy start to the month with Govs baseball. They competed against Eastern Kentucky April 2nd through the 4th. In Game 1, they picked up a 5-2 win with senior Riker Walton throwing a season-high 5 innings and striking out 6 batters. However, they fell the next day 6-7 despite a strong relief appearance from senior Jackson Hohensee, who earned his first save of the season with 2 innings of work. The Govs bounced back to close out the series with a 12-9 win as junior Ray Velasquez set a single-game walk record, reaching base 5 times on walks. Then on April 7th, they faced Tennessee Tech to fell 5-7 after the Golden Eagles rallied for 2 runs in the 8th inning. On the softball side, the Govs hosted Bellarmine on April 3rd and 4th, sweeping the series with wins of 8-0 and 11-3. Bre Howard hit her 19th home run of the season, while Kylie Hinton went a perfect 3-for-3 at the plate with a 2-run homer and a double. On April 7th, they fell to Middle Tennessee 5-11, and congratulations to Cameron Grayson, who was named ASUN Pitcher of the Week. Moving on to track and field, the Govs competed in Texas at both the Bobcat Invite and the Texas Relays. Armani Sharif won the long jump, and Emma Tucker set a personal record and the shot put with a 13.5-meter throw. And Malin Kosick recorded a personal best in the triple jump with a 12.41-meter mark. In men's golf, the Govs finished 7th at the Racer Intercollegiate on April 6th and 7th with Patton Samuels shooting 7 under par and finishing as the individual runner-up. Beach volleyball was at home on April 4th. They fell to Central Arkansas 2-3, but bounced back later in the day with a 3-0 win over Tennessee Tech. Addie Holtquist and Jordan Bonetto dominated their match, winning both sets 21-10. Women's lacrosse faced Kennesaw State on April 4th, falling 8-10. Kayla Hobday scored her 9th goal of the season. And women's tennis picked up a strong 4-1 win over Western Kentucky on April 4th. And finally, March Madness has come to an end. On the men's side, Michigan took home the championship title, defeating UConn 69-63.
And where the Wolverines of Michigan have been crowned the champions. 69-63 your final score. They said they had to hold them in that kind of a range, but still, even holding Michigan to 69 points, not enough. Last 4 games, 36% field goals against, 32, 37, and tonight, 31%.
There are 2 things I highlighted on the stat sheet. 31% field goal defense, 25 for 28 from the foul line. That's where the game was won by the Wolverines. They had more ways to win than UConn did.
And on the women's side, UCLA dominated South Carolina with a 79-51 victory. Senior Gabriella Hawquez talks about the win.
Every single one of them who touched the floor in this game made a massive impact, none bigger than Gabriella Hawquez, who was with Holly.
Gabriella, we showed the goals that you wrote as a little kid. On there was to get a scholarship to play basketball. How about winning a championship?
That was definitely a goal. Definitely wrote that one down too. I knew we were going to do it. Coming to UCLA, we all set out for a goal. And I imagined this moment. I imagined it so many times. And I'm just so, so proud.
What did you imagine?
Crying a lot, the confetti, all the fans being here to support us, my family being here, it just means everything. Celebrating with this group, like, oh my God, I'm so happy.
That's all I have for your sports update. After the break, we'll be back with more news.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Having you. Incredible women. I wish they had those kind of cool careers for women when we were growing up.
So in this flashback, we're all the same age?
Yeah.
What does everyone want to be when they grow up?
If I say 2 jobs, do I get extra credit?
No.
I want to make immersive video games. I want to revolutionize 3D printing. I want to analyze data from the cloud.
I want to be a meteor.
You mean meteorologist?
No.
That's great, Al. Follow your dreams.
For the record, I was a baby in the 70s.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Nashville's Cherry Blossom Festival is getting national recognition just in time for this weekend's celebration. According to WSMV4, the National Cherry Blossom Festival has been ranked the 10th best in the country. The annual event will take place this Saturday at Public Square Park from 9:30 in the morning to 5 in the evening. The festival is expected to draw thousands of visitors and features more than 1,000 cherry blossom trees. Along with the mix of Japanese culture and Southern traditions, attendees can join in live performances, food vendors, and family-friendly events like sumo suit wrestling, a Pups in Pink parade, and a cosplay contest with the $500 prize. Free shuttles and parking options will also be available. For more information, visit NashvilleCherryBlossomFestival.org. Get ready to dress to impress as the 42nd Annual Candlelight Ball is set for May 2nd at the Renaissance Hotel located in downtown Nashville. Hosted by Austin Peay State University, this Black Tie Met Gala brings together alumni, donors, and community members for a night of celebration. Entertainment and giving back. Tickets are $200 with all proceeds supporting students, scholarships, and academic programs. So if you're looking for a night of glamour with a purpose, this is your chance to make a difference in style.
While many students spend spring break relaxing, a group from Austin Peay State University traveled to Belgrade, Serbia to study national security. The students participated in lectures, discussions, and cultural exchanges with international experts and scholars, gaining first-hand experience with global policy and security issues. The program included collaboration with the Institute of International Politics and Economics, giving students a unique global perspective. Faculty say the experience goes beyond the classroom, allowing students to engage with real-world challenges and different political systems. Students also had the opportunity to interact with local communities, building connections and expanding their understanding of international relations. University leaders say programs like this help prepare students for careers in national security, policy, and global affairs. From a horse in high water to a gator getting grabbed, some animals were in need of a rough rescues. Amanda Sansone has all that and more in today's Take a Look at This.
What started out as your everyday field trip for some Chandler, Arizona second graders,
they were really excited to see the farm and tractors and things like that,
ended with a daring rescue and a life lesson when bus drivers Michael Randall and Doug Rogers saw someone in need of help.
My first thought, it looked like a coyote. Then I heard the kids say, "It's a dog, it's a dog, it's a dog."
With encouragement from the students, Randall and parent chaperone Julia Valenti sprang into action, working together to rescue the frightened pup trapped in the canal, demonstrating what a little teamwork and humanity can do.
There's still good in the world, that people still want to do the right thing.
From 4 paws in trouble to 4 hooves in danger, Troy the horse is back home safe and sound after being swept away by raging floodwaters last weekend in Marengo, Illinois.
How are we going to get there?
A team of nearly 4 dozen people worked non-stop to rescue Troy from the icy cold creek.
He fought for his life and he's doing amazing.
Giving this exquisite equine a new lease on life.
Look how cool I am. I'm the celebrity of the town.
But not all animals in need of rescue are as charming as Troy.
Right there, it's huge.
Good God. What Tampa police first thought was a human intruder turned out to be a 9'6" alligator, who was not too pleased to have their 3 a.m. swim interrupted.
So he'll just frolic around and then wear himself out? Yeah. Let him burn something.
Officers assisted the trapper in capturing the pool partying pest, but with gator mating season underway, this reptilian Romeo's courtship efforts may have been cut short by the long arm of the law. For Take a Look at This, I'm Amanda Sansone.
Well, I hope you guys are ready for the weekend, you know? You guys got any good weekend plans?
Yes, I'm taking my grad photos and I'm also doing Spring Spectacular.
Oh, period. Fun. What about? Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook at APSU TV Clarksville and Instagram at APSU_TV. Thank you for watching your APSU TV news update. We'll be back, and as always, let's go Peay.